Hello to everyone who might be watching this. I just wanted to give a quick comparison actually between the GT Omega Classic wheel stand and the GT Omega Apex wheel stand. So I first got the GT Omega wheel stand like maybe 2 or 3 years ago, and it was, and I think it still is, about 50 euros cheaper than the Apex. And the reason why I got the Classic before was not exactly because it was cheaper, but mostly because it was upgradable to a full rig, and the Apex was not at that time, I think, if I remember correctly. So I've been using the Classic for about 2 years now or so, and I just got my hands on an Apex. And the most important reason why I decided to get myself the Apex and get rid of the Classic is because of this wobbling. I hope you can appreciate that well in the video. And let's just cut straight to it. So on the Apex, if I do the same thing, there's literally like maybe 1 millimeter movement compared to, I don't know, a couple of centimeters movement on the Classic in wobbling. And also the wheelbase I have on here is the Fanatec CSL Elite wheelbase, which I think is heavier than the TX, but still here you see the most wobbling compared to the Apex. So that's the main reason why I decided to upgrade for the Apex, which I'm still not really sure if I will be using it, but that's another discussion for another day, I guess. So the main differences I found were that, yeah, just pure build quality already. So when I was unboxing the Apex, I immediately could feel and see that this was of better quality. It almost seemed like it was from another company. The differences are pretty big in build quality, from what I've experienced. So I also think it looks cleaner and nicer. So I really like the look and feel and everything about the Apex, really. And the GT Omega Classic, I don't have much to complain, really. Also, I mean, I've been using it for 2 years. It's been serviceable. So yeah, you got this wobbling, especially if you take the wheel higher and closer to you. That's when you will start to feel this the most. But I guess the reason behind that is that this GT Omega Classic wheel stand is still the most mobile, so it's more easy to fold, and it's lighter. So I guess if that's what you're going for, so mobility, I would suggest you to go for the Classic. But if you just want the better stability, just the better build quality and the better wheel stand, basically, I would suggest this one, but the Apex. But then you would have to keep in mind that the Apex is it's more like a wheel stand to just stand there. If you're constantly going to move it, then it might be really heavy and not ideal. So then I would indeed, like I already said, go for the Classic. So that's mostly it. And also, what I also liked about the Apex is that you can adjust the pedal plate, so you can move it up and down. so playing with the inclination of the pedals, and that's not possible with the classic wheel stand. And yeah, that's mostly it. So there's like 50 euros difference. So if you're really going for sturdiness, I would just suggest you to pay that extra 50 euros and go for the Apex, especially now that it is also upgradable to a full sim rig. So there's basically no reason in my mind to go for the classic, except that if you really need it to be mobile, so you are going to really move it and fold it quite a bit, then that's the only reason I would actually suggest the classic over the Apex. If you have a room where you can just put the wheel stand and maybe just move it to a corner for a moment, or so yeah, that's basically it. I hope this video was helpful in helping you decide which one to go for. So again, let me do a quick test. So if you're going really crazy on corrections on the wheel, this is what happens on the classic wheel stand. And if you do the same on the Apex wheel stand, there's barely any movement in the wheel stand. I can still see some movement, probably that's really difficult to see in the video, but there is some small movement. But I mean, compared to this, that's really nothing. So that's it. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.